ahead of him. And moving in on becoming the second leading scorer of all time behind Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's got less than 200 now to catch and pass Karl Malone. And we're speaking of LeBron, and he's got 3 more right there.
That's what you have to do to piece there, but if you put him under the rim, let him stay stationary, he can affect your shot.
Now that puts a halt to a 9-0 whiz run that knotted the game at 26, but they come right back, open the door, and perfect position, takes it away from Smith, all the way, throw it down with 2 hands, defense, offense, Taylor. In San Antonio, Porzingis, catch, fire, 3, brick that one into the corner though. Hachimura's got it, gives it right back to Satoransky. And Ish Smith now will compose things a little bit, fly it into the corner, Kispert, got it.
Wow, what a shot. I mean, drifting to his
field. Again, it's 6 straight opponents who have shot at least 50%. Russ goes all the way to the rim and scores.
Right past Satoransky.
Of the New York fans that night. Hey, Laker fans, tacos are ox tomorrow.
The worrisome part for the Lakers right now.
Porzingis, yeah, that was the same draft class as D'Lo. D'Angelo Russell, yes sir. LeBron downtown for 8 in regulation from 3. One of the reasons why the Lakers could squeak out a win. Porzingis had it going towards the goal, then fumbled it. Here he is, got it from about 10 feet, just the turn and the mid-range.
Once he gets it past his waist on the dribble, then you try to play him, it's going to be difficult. Oh, he put THT on skates.
Hachimura, turn and score. It sounded like Satoransky and Gafford, Hachimura and Kispert. Those are the 5 for Washington. Kuzma comes around the pick, little step back to Kispert, who's really firing it up, and he's got another triple.
With 11.
Averages 7 a game, had 9 in the loss to the Clippers. Good bounce underneath to Austin Reeves for the bucket. Satoransky shooting a free throw. Here's a word from Morongo. Both games in the season series last year. They've won 6 out of 9 here in Los Angeles. Washington, Lakers have turned it over 3 times. Monk, couple of big steps off the glass and scores.
That's where the Lakers seem to have their...
And then they'll go back-to-back home here. Our first look at Toronto. So we haven't seen Washington until tonight. Still haven't seen the Raptors. And we'll see them twice in a week. Neto, splash.
They're running that high screen and roll. They're waiting on someone to step out so that they can get the roll man, Gafford, for the easy one. Neto that time with the jumper.
Bunk, the hook pass, Stanley Johnson measures it up. Left side, right hand for 3.
Different type of pick and roll. It was the pick and pop. They just set the screen and slides to the open area.
Mater Dei High School, Stanley Johnson here in Southern California. Hachimura with Russ, the former Wizard star. And Hachimura's going to go to the line.
Well, the Lakers, when they move the basketball and move bodies, they get better looks, especially in the half-court set. That's what you have to do, keep the defense back on their heels a bit, as they did that last possession, getting Stanley Johnson the open shot.
And each team with 11 assists. This offense is rated 20th. The Wizard offense, it's crazy that lower than that, but they do give up the 5th most points per game, and it's getting worse by the outing.
1 out of 2 for Hachimura, and we're right back to a tie ball game.
Lakers who have lost 9 out of 11 overall, 18 out of 25, and 3 out of 4 here at home, although they won their last home game against Golden State. Look out, that's up in the air, and a whistle and a foul.
And that's just the speed again of Westbrook, getting the defender a little bit back on their heels. And they're saying he wasn't in the act of shooting. That's interesting.
Well, Hachimura picks up his 2nd. Team fouls, Wizards 3. Lakers are out of fouls with 5 minutes to play here in the quarter. Russ wide open as Reeves turns and scores. Who thought I was going to try to get out?
Yeah,
there,
you see the smile on Austin's face. He said, I got lucky.
So Russ picks up the dime. And Austin Reeves, who is scoring with pretty Regularity underneath. Lob in the jam to Gafford from Kuzma.
As soon as Stanley Johnson missed the steal attempt at the top, that put the Laker defense under the gun.
I mentioned Reeves had 17 in the last game. Russ wanted to bank that, I believe, but it came up way short. Now Kuzma with that long dribble, couple of big steps into the lane and scores. He's got a vast repertoire of shots, these two lads.
He's always had a nice arsenal.
Monk, pull up from three. Malik Monk.
And the way the Lakers be aggressive offensively.
Lakers hit 18 threes in Houston. They've got 7 so far in this game against Washington. And they're up 50-49 with 4 minutes to play in the half. Caldwell Pope rattles it in.
The Lakers take a timeout more than anything just to get LeBron back in the game with 3:56 to play. Which
would mean they would host a 9-10 game, but so much can happen, obviously, with 17 to play. And all these road games, we've talked about it before. Lakers, when you look at the schedule, they've got the toughest remaining schedule in the NBA. Monk, off it goes, and Gafford goes up the ladder to get it. Second quarter, Washington 9 out of 13, the Lakers 10 out of 18. Second chance points, Washington just cleaning up too. 11-2, Lakers just can't pick up the defensive board with regularity. Kuzma, oh, good follow that time by Hachimura.
Right on cue, you were talking about second chance points.
There they are.
Another deuce.
13 of them. Lakers pretty clean game so far, only 3 turnovers, and Washington hasn't scored off of any of those. LeBron throws it up, pretty good defense by Hachimura, and LeBron is very